Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick flip through of the brand new Mythographic Wild Summer by Josph Catimbang. I'm excited about this book because we're going into summer, so the release couldn't be at a better time. And I didn't think I was going to like it because there are a lot of animals in here, and I don't particularly enjoy doing animals, but then some of the pictures are just so neat. A lot of adventurous type stuff, like youthful spirit and quirky, interesting things. Like here we have a gal under the ocean with like a scuba gear on, which is really cool. So it's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of that Voyage book, the Voyage mythographic book, but more, different time of year and different scenes, but just doing sort of adventures and things like that, and things you'd see in the summer. Here we have a gigantic hot sun, kind of a scenario in the background here, heating things up. We have a little child going on a kind of a river journey, almost like a river cruise, but with a tiger. Love this one with the gigantic turtle and the sand castle, the palm trees. Makes me think of Hawaii. And I do believe it's the same character all throughout. I haven't looked at the whole book yet, though, because I just got it and I did a quick skim through. I have to wonder, I don't know what anyone else thinks of this. I've only had 2 mythographic books. One of them, I haven't colored in them yet. One of them is on my bucket list. But I don't understand why some of them have these circles around objects, and how you color them and deal with them. Like, at first I thought, oh, it's supposed to be like a glow from a lantern. Like, I'm not quite sure if anyone knows why it's like that or what you're supposed to do with that. Drop me a comment below if you've come across that and what you do about it. I'd appreciate that. Here we have a little girl character here. So this is really, it's like a giant oxen, kind of in a swamp with a giant tree growing out of his back. So creative. These are like rays of light, sunlight. And this is really neat. I love this. So we have an ocean, sailboats, like summertime sailboats. We have a giant elephant kind of mountain in the background. These are almost like rocks. It's just really interesting. And here's his snout coming out here. See if you can see that. You can see his snout coming out. Really interesting. This one is neat. We have a little gal in a kind of a whirlpool, some beehives, doing bee-type summer stuff. I think this is a giant pool of honey in a pot. Yeah, there's half the word honey in a giant pot. She's like swimming in honey. That'll be a challenge, right? To try to color honey. Love this one. This makes me think of Thailand or some exotic, Indonesian location. Especially with the huts in the background. Maybe like Moana out in Tahiti, the island of Moana. Or is it not Manoa? I'm thinking not Moana, the Disney movie, Manoa. There's Bora Bora. I thought it was Moana, but maybe it's Monoa. I don't know. I'll have to look it up now. And the reason my favorite Disney movie is Moana, and I always think every time I watch it that it reminds me of some of the islands in Tahiti. And then there's an island that I thought that the more lush green mountainous island, which I thought was called Moana, but it might not be. And that's where they spin the movie name off of. So we have a little gal walking a tree plank. This is neat, really cool. I love this. Ocean crab with a little hut, beach hut on top with palm trees coming out on the beach. Let me get close up of that. Look at that little palm hut. Isn't that neat? I'll link this book below in the more section if you want to get it. With summer coming up, you can just go right to it. You don't have to search for it. Here she is daydreaming of like counting sheep, trying to fall asleep. He or she in a field of flowers. sheep clouds. Imagination. Love this. She looks like she's on an inner tube floating down a river. And I don't know what this kind of, I think it's coral. I don't want to say bracken. You see what that is? I don't know what all that is supposed to be exactly. I have to see what other people do with that picture. We have a frog. Love this. She's kind of snoozing. These look like bat. Is that a bat? No, I can't tell what that is. And I don't know what this is. If this is water. Like a water blanket. Like, I'm gonna have to see how some people color these because I'm not sure. We have a bunch of animals kind of jumping through a window, which is kind of neat. These look like rams, I think. We have, this is really interesting. So this is I thought this was a hippo, but then, yeah, giant hippo mouth, but this, and then I thought it was like an octopus tentacle, but it's like a water slide, and we got the girl going through it through the mouths. Wouldn't that be like a cool, like, water park, theme park kind of a ride? You can see her there going through. This one's neat. I feel like she's in one of those underwater hotels in bed reading, glass dome, when you can see the ocean around you and all like the jellyfish, like the light coming through from the sky above the water. Giant watermelon. She's floating in like a little watermelon shell boat. If you can see that. Isn't that neat? He or she. I thought that one was really creative. Gosh, so much creativity goes into these mythographic books. Here we have paintbrush, a hand, paint, rabbits. I don't know what this background is. That's supposed to be a palette, paint tubes. Okay, these look like actual paints. I'm not sure. Paint splash. I'm not sure I know what this square thing is that they're on. Love this one. We have like a Danish, Holland, windmill, kind of nap time. And this is kind of what's going on in the dream right now. Lazy summer days. Tropical. We have waterfalls, a gecko, some big mountain, like rocky mountain cliff. This makes me think of Hawaii, Lanai, the island of Maui, the Maui banyan tree, which of course sadly burned down, mostly burned or died in the Maui fires last year. We have a gal here. This is her hat, her face, her hat, like a wide brim hat. And it's like the whole paradise of Hawaii or something is like on her hat. I can't wait to color this because being in Hawaii is one of my favorite places to be. That might be the first one I do. I've been there at least 8 or 9 times, the different islands in my lifetime, my adult lifetime. This is kind of scuba. This is armadillo, maybe? And they're picnicking on his back. These are some butterfly elephants. Elephants with sort of butterfly ears with waterfalls in the background, spraying out water, water play, kind of all around the elephants. Kids playing in the water. Here we have a fox. This looks like a water fountain in the middle with kind of like a nutcracker music box gal popping up with sun around it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is like almost like a music box, but it's like water in a fountain. Oh, love this. I love the paradise type ones. I'm such a tropical island person. Yeah, we have the hammock, the beautiful paradise birds, the islands, mountains in front of the sun, the tropical foliage. Absolutely beautiful. Here we have a little girl blowing bubbles with different little fishies in the bubbles. And this beautiful kind of meadow with all these beautiful tulips. Extremely creative. Sweet little sleeping baby animal. This one's kind of like a celestial. I think this is a wolf. Face, feet, long tail. Kind of like a zodiac, kind of a numerology backdrop. Like it's the first thing that comes to my mind. This is amazing. This is obviously a it's not a hippo. What is that? That's not an aardvark, is it? Anyway, she's hanging in a sitting basket reading her book in this giant gorgeous tree with these beautiful things that are hanging down. Look at, oh, I love the coloring. I love my nature. Don't be afraid to use your markers in these books. Just put a divider page between the two, because using pencil can take forever for these kind of books, and I love my alcohol markers in these books. We have a little mice having a little feast. Great fantasy. She's kind of on this wavy ocean in a rowboat, coming into this kind of Greek gazebo or pillar with these whales floating through the clouds. This is cool. Oh my gosh. I had not seen this one. Very like Sahara Desert with the camel, the kind of Moroccan city, or some kind of old ancient desert city, camel, desert foliage. Very different. Baby and mama koalas. They're cute. So this is surfing through a ring with a lion wave, like a water wave that makes a lion's face. And I don't know what these are. What are these? What do you think these are? Are they vases? Vases? Don't know. Amazing. Is that what they call a narwhal and girl? This will be a beautiful one to color. These are not something I would want to color. There's slugs or something. I don't know. That's one I won't do. Giant glass of icy lemonade or something with the girl in the heat and the bears cooling off on top of the ice. That is so creative. Strawberries. Oh my gosh. I love this. Love potion. Here we got an octopus with tentacles in a bottle. Yeah, love potion. It's a glass bottle, but his tail's hanging out. So I can zoom in for you. See, he's in a bottle because it says love potion. There's the bottle cap. It's kind of hanging out of it. This is a beautiful deer, little girl, kind of blended into this forest or meadow. And this is, what is that? Is that a wagon wheel? Does anybody know what that is? What is this? Occasionally you get an item you just don't understand. My brain doesn't see it. Everyone knows what this is on the deer page. Let me know. Love this with the, are they sea otters, I guess? A giant one, medium, small, under the ocean with this whole city above it. with a ship. This makes me think of Little Mermaid, sort of. Don't know why, in the castle on the ocean beach. Seagulls. This is, looks like little fairies and bugs. Beans. What is, in a stalk? Beanstalk? A beanstalk? I think it's the beanstalk. Maybe like a crystal. Illuminating light. Oh, I love this. The happy flying pig with balloons over the city, like in somewhere in London, kind of windy, Peter Pan style. I love that. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, she's riding an eagle, soaring through the sky. Oh, here's some parrots. These are macaw parrots. How cool is that? I used to have one, actually. And that's the end of it. Beautiful book. Don't miss out. Check it out. Wild Summer Mythographic, available on Amazon by Josph Catimbang. I will link that below. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.